Сейчас проверим звуки.
Nice.
Давайте проверим звук. Слышно будет. Так, наверное, сделаю. Ты хоть понимаешь. Ладно, короче. В любом случае, меня все нормально слышно, музыку слышно, все слышно. Вроде. Так что, начнем проходить. Всем привет, кто будет смотреть со стримов, те вряд ли. Как всегда, говорю. Так, начинаем проходить сюжетку. Так, давайте, наверное, начнем запись. Так, ну что ж, всем привет. Мы начинаем проходить сюжет ивента. Если я не ошибаюсь, это должен именно как сюжет ивента быть. Ну-ка, это же, наверное... Скорее всего, с этим сейчас связано будет. То есть у нас ивент. Я так понял, тоже связано с ивентом. Получим новую март. Не надо. Ну тут у нас новое разрушение, да, разрушение. Ну и хохо, который я хотел бы. И надеюсь, я ее получу. Ну и обычно вот этим. А тут еще вот эти, это я так понял, бездны, я так понял. Так что как бы, да. Давайте уж сначала пройдем сюжет. Я можно кое-что другое сделать, но давайте сначала как бы дойдем до этого. Что у нас тут?
What's up, Pom Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblaze? Soon, the Xianzhou La Fu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the La Fu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus.
Well, things aren't getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's...
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expedition...
Blast?
Yeah! Wherever we go, we...
So we should leave March behind to...
Hey! That's not what I meant! I'm all for some fun!
The Xianzhou La Fu has recently overcome a crisis by holding the war dance.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony! You'll...
No need to worry. The war dance is not like the... Aside from star skiff performances...
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's...
there's certainly no rush. This trail, with Madame Herta's help, I was planning to...
Aww, so that means...
Being an adult means maintaining relationships. Whether we like it or not, March. Since we've been invited, so here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou La Fu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron Mei and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile...
What do you two think?
Himiko and Mr. Yang will be busy with serious research. Besides, fossils can't compete. Plus, you're the only one with so many friends on the La Fu.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the Xianzhou.
Так, музыку, наверное, все-таки погромче сделаю, а то что-то, походу, то на тихо, то громко. Вот это, в принципе, ладно, пойдет.
Himeko really knows how to convince people. By the way, Danhung,
And just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Luofu by yours. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended, and since he has extended an invitation,
coming back to this place brings back so many memories. Well, it's nothing too poetic. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns. This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after. Quite unusual, I must say. I'm just hoping for the best. You're the... Is the Starskiff Haven always this crowded? Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General Jingyuan sent him to welcome us, but where is he?
Hey, you guys! Hold on a moment. Did they just call us? Look at their... Are you familiar with the Xianzhou Lafu?
we know a little bit about it.
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this...
Oh, we just left there. Oh,
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Lofu?
exactly! We're... most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting...
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned lava. The Radiant Feldspar is bigger, I guess.
But for now, all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks, before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can...
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't
You're the expert here.
Good idea. The everyday vibe of the Aurum Alley is a rare find on...
Everyday vibe. Yeah, our clients have had their fair share of adrenaline-pumping dreamscapes.
Thanks for the suggestion. We'll head to the Aurum Alley to gather materials.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Really? Let's go catch up with him.
There you are! Everyone, this way! Hey, everyone. It's been a while.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you.
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you...
We've only been away for a few months.
Long time no see.
It's been a while.
Oh, you've come along too, Mr. Danhung. Sorry for the delay. With the upcoming war dance and the Starskiff Haven being so busy, things are...
Seriously, I've never seen...
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three with the war dance coming up. There's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven. The general said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Lafu recover. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Xianzhou... Yeah, the Xianzhou Yaoqing is a major force in hunting down abominations, and is always engaged in conflicts across the... But Madame Yukong from the Skyfaring Commission mentioned that the Yaoqing always sends back... I heard General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is a young and dauntless lady. My peers say that she's... If only I can witness...
By the way, Yanqing, where are we
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General...
It's funny how he tries to act all mature.
I agree.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
We'll go with you.
Watch out for
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
Новые враги. Ну-ка, попробуем. И чё, как это, блядь, что ли, женщина? Я не помню, как ее зовут. Окей.
Borison? Why are there Borison here? This ends now.
То есть, ну, электричества нет, нахуй, надо.
Lengthening your strength. Still waters of oblivion. Commencing
Ну,
support.
они, в принципе, слабые, окей. Блять, надо было то идти.
Thanks for the support. You'll pay for this. Lengthening your strength.
Another journey
Если
begins.
так.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Not good. Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat.
Could you give me back my... Wait, my sword!
Больше
I'm
нет.
sorry,
чел.
but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now.
Больше нет меча. Как удобно.
While we appreciate your rescue, my
sure.
Xianzhou friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain...
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
But this shipment isn't even meant for the Luofu, and it's IPC's patented technology.
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Luofu must go through.
Oh, but we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault. We let our guard down.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did... According to the protocol, Borison prisoners should be held on a starskiff and taken directly to the ship.
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the
Who are you?
I'm Liu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant Yanqing. The situation... Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borison just before arriving, and the Juming...
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borison near the Luofu.
Honestly, it gives me a headache, too. The Juming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Lafu, the star skiff lanes are under a...
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the seed of divine...
Oh, you look much mature.
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Cienjo before the war dance.
What are those people? I mean,
Those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin. They are abominations of abundance. The Borisin have been a powerful force for a long time. Plundering and their presence has faded over the years.
According to that officer, they attacked...
Yeah, that's what I find. Well, enough with the chit-chat. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer.
is it a secret?
Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a...
I doubt she did it on purpose. Perhaps she's around here somewhere.
All right, let's not keep the
Don't worry. There aren't many people out.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
Может, с подвохом. Так,
Those guys are terrifying.
с подвохом.
Success.
It's been a long journey, Elder Wyatt. Thank you for your presence.
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my...
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friend. All is well when you have friends coming from afar. Allow me to introduce you to General Huayan. He's the Arbiter General of the Cienjo Juming.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist.
Elder Huayan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisan.
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings...
It's an honor to meet you, General Huayan.
It's my honor to meet you, General Huayan.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just... So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the ambrosial art?
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm afraid...
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Lafu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink.
You're more than welcome, General.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Lafu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of...
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yu Li.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other?
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble.
Now you've peeked.
She helped me capture the escaped Borison prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude.
Your flying sword? Oh, so
Yes, it is. Now,
nope, that won't do.
won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borison prisoner. But by the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that...
Hold on a second, Lee. You took my sword without even asking.
So much for luck.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine.
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be...
You two.
Hey! Who's...
I don't take...
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay.
Such grandiose name.
Well, everyone, Elder Huayan and I'll find another chance to talk with you.
That's so kind of you.
Please forgive me for coming at it.
You needn't apologize, General White.
All right, Yoon Lee. Take this opportunity.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn.
Yanqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me. See if you can calm them down. Don't...
I'm on it. This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight, it's just, you know, talking things out. Well, let's not worry about that for now.
It is the Luofu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao.
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. However, I have no clue what the Yaoqing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter... So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Luofu. She has come specific. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's Claw...
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the Star Skiff, she mentioned having something to attend.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao...
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead.
Master heard about a spectacular view in scale...
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huayan. I was simply stating the truth. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and...
Drat. I forgot to ask Yoon Lee to return my sword. unacceptable. Every sword is If it weren't for the General's interference, I would have taught that shameless girl a lesson in... by the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the
Reserved?
Maybe I'm just overthinking.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum,
That's right.
well, that's what makes this
What's so unusual about it?
The war dance is just Maybe they've come to hold
Hold him accountable?
Donshu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that once the spark of suspicion is kindled, the General must have had that in mind when he invited us to attend the war dance.
What was I thinking?
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Zhuming diplomat...
An alchemist from the Zhuming serving as the...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Danheng, the General is under tremendous pressure.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the... did I say something wrong?
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's birth. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken...
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone.
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness...
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. Hey, who's bragging? Anyway, this time it'll just be a few ordinary IPs.
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness.
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
Ugh, that toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I heard it before in...
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. I can handle it, but straight up snatching IPC cargo...
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo...
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And I keep detaining my cargo, and I'll file a complaint directly with your general. I was gonna ask you the same thing. Why do I keep running into you? Staying on the Xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck!
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the artisanship
Trouble caused by the IPC? I'd say it's caused by the Sky...
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I'm not sure. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protests in Nishikwe.
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the... And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this...
So, you're Scott. I've heard him mention you.
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady crap.
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Law Fu. We'll just...
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off.
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble.
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also...
Biological tissue?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to...
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict.
Oh, really? Fine. If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if...
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right?
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us...
Что-то другое, что ли?
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations, too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance.
The Alliance can sign a non-disclosure agreement with you. That way, you won't have to worry about any infringements, right?
We can sign a mutually acceptable non-disclosure agreement in accordance.
Well, that makes sense, but how can we trust you? Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild...
Don't underestimate Cienjo technology. Even if they need to dismantle...
Yeah, go ahead and brag about their skills. After all, but I'm different. I'm an IPC member. And besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to...
According to the principle of territoriality, since your vessel is stranded on the Cienjo...
Indeed. According to Article 27 of the Cienjo Legal Code, all...
Huh? My synesthesia beacon must not be working, because I have...
Simply put, if you insist on hindering the inspection, we'll...
Confiscate it? How can you Cienjo...
If this were pure point, and incoming cargo posed a safety risk...
That's true. But the IPC, we both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Cienjo operate.
Everyone has their own set of rules. Now that you're on their turf, shouldn't you follow...
Yeah, I get it. I know I'm on the Cienjo, but if I violate the IPC regulations... Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case. Fine. I'll allow you to do the security inspection.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just
Well, IPC staff are free to come and...
Yeah, you've got some insight there.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ling Xiao, Cauldron Master and head of the...
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Cienjo.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so... It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't...
It doesn't matter? How can you...
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take...
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young... Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want. But I'm afraid I can't say the same for... According to the import and export regulation signed between the Cienjo and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat.
Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 47?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to win.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr.
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, they can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's... Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman.
Yeah.
Oh, just do the inspection.
This lady is really something. Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Turn it off.
Блин, какая-то Ой, ненавижу такую хуйню.
Oh, how unexpected. That was a surprise. Time to change tactics.
Это что есть, ну похуй.
Lend me your strength.
Dustfall for oblivion.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days?
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it...
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask, according to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must... As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation. I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd...
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big... I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. Yeah, exactly. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Lafu from that... It wasn't a big deal. It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission?
I'd be happy to...
And you three are coming too, right?
Если не ошибаюсь, как раз таки вот эта женщина, по-моему, как хохо будет работать, типа того. Я не ошибаюсь. Может, я ошибаюсь, не помню.
I'm here to pay my respects.
The news is spreading. All these years, and the view at the Alchemy Commission hasn't. The tides come and go. But
You're a Lofu native, Miss Lingsha?
yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial art.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou...
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, in my humble opinion, the rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciple. My bad. Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor,
What would you like to discuss, Miss Lingsha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in honestly. The Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, the Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Lofu have always been intricate.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciple...
I see. Thank you. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the ambrosial arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire, just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well. And that's 30 years ago. My mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the alchemy. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence?
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples. Alas, why is your face? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age... Lingsha, you're back! I've been waiting ages for you! Yunli! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you.
What a small world. You stole my sword!
I see. Let's... Why do I keep bumping into you?
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to...
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when... Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who...
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Jiming.
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, you know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure. I can give it back to you now.
Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back.
Да, третий охуенный просто.
But which general should I call?
Between these two, who do you think is tougher?
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not...
Well, since you don't approve...
I didn't mean it in that way.
Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be. I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations.
Clearing out some.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs.
It's so heartwarming to see both of.
Вперед. Погнали.
Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were erratic, if you want a contest, I'll be the ref.
Lingsha. As.
It's for your own good, little.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you?
Нет, блядь, ты готов. Кого мне за...
Ugh. Looks like my predecessors left quite. Let me say it again. The one who. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each.
Can we start now?
How many can you block?
Я не помню, как им вообще драться.
Enemy targets detected.
That's half the work. Still waters of oblivion.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to his sword to actually have some skill.
Time for swordplay. Strike a part.
Enemy data secure. Network activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
That's half the work.
A one-time enemy.
You don't look so good.
Enemy targets detected.
That's half the work. Destined for oblivion.
Let me tend your wound.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Swords descend!
Enemy data secure. Network activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
That's half the work. Still waters of oblivion.
How many can you block?
Commencing support.
Bladed flush. Into earth.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I win, Miss Yun Li. Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa? Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand...
However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down...
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable... However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve...
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and I...
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword with...
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the dragon?
Fei Xiao? The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Luofu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the Great General. No.
Great General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Luofu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a bit fitting. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance? Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away.
Yes.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General. Oh, by the way, Miss Lingsha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jingyuan. I think there's more to the...
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Xiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healing?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the...
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse... Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours.
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Luofu is prospering after the
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant. So at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to...
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having court...
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece. Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now.
Are you treating General Jingyuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure.
Well, life and death, Jiao Cho. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has...
Enjoy some tasty food. So...
Jeez. You really...
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who... I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just kept...
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is... You think so too, right?
I agree. General,
I was talking about Yenqing.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there...
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, General...
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng.
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yao...
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more...
В принципе, тот персонаж прикольный, я бы даже его хотел. Ну, как я сказал, я, скорее всего, Хохо буду все-таки выкручивать. Потому что второй хиллер еще и бафер плюс неплохо. По дамагеру у меня и так есть. Еще несколько. Ну сколько у меня? Два где-то дамагера. Хиллер не помешает второй. Так что все-таки лучше Хохо буду убивать, чем этих персонажей, которые...
What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine foresight?
Мне хотелось бы все-таки эту женщину получить. В принципе, прикольно, как я сказал.
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huai. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to... These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering...
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the ambrosial...
No.
This old man's words always catch me.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Laofu. But the document only says, attend the war dance. No need for that. You're all important witnesses. The Marshal...
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huaiyan.
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you? As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I... Oh, by the way, I've prepared it. Yes, it's this case, right? There will be numerous contests and celebrations. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos.
You humor me, Elder Hawaiian. The healer lady is just a young...
I'm no match to you.
What's this box for?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious... I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the June. I've been wondering who would be worthy. Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent swordmaster.
Thank you for your generosity.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No.
You've got confidence, my...
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses.
Yeah. And even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword,
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Jiming?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else.
Not to be rude or anything. We've been watching their drama.
Quiet down. We have other guests. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only... We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more... I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the War Deck.
Well, Elder Hawaiian's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome.
Huh? Who?
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight.
Oh, wait. Are you serious, Jenna? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it?
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword move.
Yeah, I did say that. But
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped.
I appreciate your kind words, General Hawaiian. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own...
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start...
Looks like March's curiosity.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just...
So Miss Yunli has already agreed.
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can...
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even...
Yanqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've...
I see, General.
Now that Yanqing has agreed too, it all comes...
It's up to you to make the...
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Hey, I've never... Then I'm on board. Thank you for your...
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the base. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword.
You're too kind. Wait.
Ну ты пиздец.
General Hawaiian's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about... I think we strayed off topic.
Yeah, I brought you here because the General...
Because... General Hawaiian. But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log were given to the Alliance, and he wants to see it for himself during the war dance.
Elder Hawaiian is... still... My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because... In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens,
Thank you.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden. As the Lawfu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other, right?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Law Fu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that... Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all...
Still stable, I suppose.
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again?
Jiao Cho. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Given my background, I'm happy to...
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and El as your friend, may I ask how the Alliance...
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear although the report from the Lawfu explained all the... As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared... The Lawfu preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan... It is for these reasons that I have come... Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which, unfortunately, for a long-life species, enduring through the ages all...
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another...
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who was
the nemesis of the Foxians, who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yao Qing's...
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, given the situation on the Lawfu. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver...
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of... However, someone had already been on the scene before we...
Our people? Or someone from the IP?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person...
I'm still... Did I oversleep?
There you are.
Well, it was a promise to General Huayan, after all. I woke up especially early, so I can...
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
Yes.
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best.
Fine. A promise is a promise. Since I promised to study hard...
Great! That's a...
March is in your hands now, Yanqing.
Dan Heng, do you even have a heart? By the way, where's
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
Кому она нужна? О.
Seriously? It's the first day and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Lawfu so laid back?
Master Yunli, you're already here.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret?
I'm just showing you what Lawfu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to as the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Lawfu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Ju Ming sword master. Quickly. Over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you.
Yes.
What's this?
Xianzhou sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements.
You're awesome, Master Yunli!
See? See? How can you compete with me? I'll teach March 7th the
Actually, I've prepared.
Huh?
Мечи.
You have a gift for me too?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable
Ну да.
weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight.
Блять, как вовремя. Одна одежда, блять, второй, блять. Да.
Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you?
The real competition is...
I'm so lucky to have two great masters! But why does it feel like things are getting a...
Ну ничего, доработали, что ты, успокойся. О.
So what do you think, masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Да.
perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beauty.
All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've...
Wait. We're having actual combat training for...
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is, come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements, so we can decide where to start.
If you're ready, let's begin.
О, так. Ну-ка, что у нас под задание? Ну да, это другое. Это же тут. Да вот. Нет, блять, а где? А, нет, это да. Пу-пу-пум, то есть... Ну-ка. Прикольно. Так, секундочку, мне надо отойти. Так, где я тут чуть не... Так, я тут. Я сейчас, конечно, играть не буду, потому что у меня сейчас какие дела сейчас будут. Так что вы, в принципе, подождете немножко. Надо в кое-какую игру зайти и кое-что сделать. Так. Так что, как бы, подождете, думаю, несколько минут. Так, а звуки-то я, блядь, сейчас звуки ж будут, наверное, с этой... Я не выключил. Да, выключил, окей. Так, я хочу проверить Сяну, как она там. Ай. Как она, не помню. А, вот она. Ну-ка. Так, мне надо уже заходить в игру. Заходим. И все, наша. Слов нету. Ну как-то она. Она ветер охотник. Окей. Понятно. Ну, в любом случае, как я сказал, я ее убивать не буду. Хоть она и прикольно выглядит. Но мне хватает 2 дамагеров. Хотя второй, блять, можно сказать, не дамагер, он наполовину дамагер. Потому что я им уже не пользуюсь. Так что да. Печально, ну ладно. Скорее всего, придется еще раз заходить в эту игру, потому что мне каждые 2 часа босс спавнится. Так что, как бы, да. Скорее всего, еще раз придется так вот делать на паузу, можно сказать. Просто эти в кашу. Да. Ну, сейчас буквально еще 10 минут где-то и продолжим. Я по факту могу показать, что я делаю, но это никому нахуй не надо. Потому что у меня уже есть 2 видео про эту игру. Можно сказать, режим Роблокса. Так что да, его никто не смотрел. Так что смысла показывать его и нет. Я говорю, пока босс еще не заспавнился, я посмотрю, У нас в марте есть. Март 7. Если вообще будет доступно. Тогда вот. Так, доступны ли у нас персонажи? Давайте посмотрим. Нельзя, недоступно. Тут у нас что? Тут ничего нету. Ну, сам костюм мы ее видели. Блин, тут еще смотреть. В принципе, идет. Так. Перемог, я уже буду заходить в эту игру полностью. Так, давайте пока посмотрим. Так, ну это же ивент, да? Да. Где еще вот это? Угу. Так, это что? Это просто награда, да? Да, это награда. Что сделать? Обучение владению с мечом. Окей. Так, ну это проверка, это миссия, это бездна. Это скорее всего в этой же. Это, по-моему, еще одна бездна, если не ошибаюсь. Это хуйня обычная. По факту, в любом случае, я смогу выкрутить хухо. Потому что у меня сколько там... Где-то 40 круток я открутил, или сколько, не помню. Около 40 или 50 вроде. Ну да, вот не было. Это сколько? Где-то 50 вроде, где-то сейчас. Что надо? Так, уже скоро заспавнится этот, так что я... Ну то, что этот босс еще долго плывет, блять. Ебучее. Не смог спавниться. Его может это было бы призвать, типа. Через несколько секунд босс будет. После босса где-то еще 4-3 минуты примерно. И потом можно продолжать проходить это. Так, я закончил. Так что да, продолжаем. Так. Где у нас? Так, продолжаем. Так, инструктор.
Are you ready?
Да не готов я.
Yeah, I'm ready. But please go easy on me.
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
Ready to shine. Please have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March. Lafu's swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements.
Yes, you! Ignore him. Strength is everything.
Так, секунду.
Hey, old metal. Just between us. Which one do you want to strike? Oh, all of them? All right.
Что-то у меня.
Like this? None of you.
Well done!
Right on time. Yes, you! Time for swordplay.
starting to get the hang of it. Melt! Bladed flight! Oh, I get it! What? Too hard and focused mind. Here I come! Right on time.
Она еще хилится, когда это делается.
Strike apart! Yes, you! Nice job! Right on time. How many can you bring to show you what I can really do?
На одного, да? Подожди, я могу... это типа...
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less calm. What's this?
What are you mumbling about?
Isn't this sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool? You'll make good practice.
Practice is over. Swords descend! Within the self, not the sword.
Slap! Melt! Leap through clouds! I didn't expect
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect...
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit
Given the situation, I believe her strength.
Seriously, do you actually know any...
I could ask you the same thing. Dual swords require agility. So what?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force.
Skilled swordmasters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at.
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Theorist? You claim to be able to talk to swords.
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing. Come on, calm down, masters.
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March.
Марти, охота. Бубум. Бубум. В плане изучать то, что я могу, типа, ну-ка, ладно. Ладно, то, что лучше.
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, as for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to two Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yenqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li. Both masters are super strict. I tried to drag him into this, but he refused. Still, I didn't let the difficulty thanks to their guidance. I've actually been looking forward to your reply.
Well done!
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and win a match. I'll make...
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up!
It's all thanks to your amazing guide.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou...
Oh, let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword?
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the swordmaster. Yanqing wields several flying swords.
Well, first, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see...
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out.
Why are you two arguing again?
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Luofu and Zhuming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up. Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on...
You're...
This is Mr. Jiaoqiu, the healer working for the general of the Xianzhou.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf...
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts. I'm just here on the general's orders to take care of some...
If you know nothing about martial arts, why were you
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, for example, golden eggplant tastes best when fried, cloud peppers when stir-fried, and yellow...
All this talk about food is making...
Aren't you a healer? Why are you...
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Xianzhou Yaoqing is called the Rancha School.
So, you're the
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts. But in reality...
Why is this guy suddenly getting all serious?
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No.
This is called tumble dust. An
Is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses. Even this thing can save lives or take them. It's more...
That may be so, but still.
Huh. Looks like I did get you all wrong.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an
Picture this. 2 individuals. The one standing is full of malice. The other lying in the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every eye surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth. Be it integrity...
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiaoqiu.
Well, then you should know that the war dance...
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, and this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword, the war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue. And
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity.
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the sky.
What's up, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
No, it's nothing.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter.
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar. Since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. Every day, I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all have, even in the thick of battle. Facing down each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and strong. But then, I faced a really tough opponent. And just one slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces. After that, I had to pick up the pieces. I often ask myself, why do I win? While the general could teach me the art of swordplay. But after talking with you, Mr. Jiaoqiu, as a member of the Cloud Knights, and the general's... But when I wield my sword, that's why.
Oh, Yanqing. So young, yet so grown up.
Age doesn't really matter. All sword masters will
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the...
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have...
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV hook.
Need I repeat my...
Well, I don't have a dream like Yanqing does. The only reason I'm participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge...
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled...
I bet you've got nothing better on your... My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it away from them. Given that Yanqing...
Hey, what do you mean by an...
I see. It's not easy for... Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused. I've saved countless Cloud Knights in my life.
What happened, Mr. Zhao?
Oh, nothing. I was just judging from my professional perspective as a healer. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and...
What? You're leaving already? But you haven't asked me...
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm a grown-up bound by responsibilities. By the way, Yanqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering?
Actually, this is a restricted area. But since you're...
I understand. Well...
Seriously? I just spent so much time...
Now that we're done with our tour of...
Why don't we take it?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself?
You know cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. All right, I'll take you out of the Stargazer.
Just shut up, Red Fang! This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care. You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me... I'm doing my best, all right? It takes time. When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be... How's us? Who's there?
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And,
Hey, kids, didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break...
First of all, I'm an adult. Second, I didn't just break in.
Yeah, we flew here on a star skiff. Like, whoosh!
Well, I'm not trying to tell you off, but this place is off limits to them.
Big sis! Let's go!
Ever hunt planes? Yeah, sure. Big sis will take...
Shuha! You should have let me. Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good.
Could you repeat what you just said, Yenching?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is...
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted... That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint.
I knew that from the beginning.
Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yenching.
What? Is he famous on the Lavu or something? Not even the Cloud Knights on the Juming.
You have a
Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments. I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll follow my lead and be careful not to blow our cover. Don't get too close, Miss March. They might spot you.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them.
Oh.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Cut the theatrics, Grulok. Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord... So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be...
So, are they... I have no clue. But they seem to be moving those crates. I've got an idea. Just hang in there.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect. Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff and leave this...
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two...
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts.
Don't be so paranoid.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia. They keep talking about their plans, but where do they come from?
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait.
Tread softly, breathe quietly, and make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity. Did he spot us? Quickly, hide!
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get off, Shuhard. I'm coming!
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! Did he spot us? Quickly, hide! What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not members of the Skyfaring Commission.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Moktok is ready. The revival of our ancient...
What did he just say? Beast?
Who's there? It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Borison?
Adusa! Die, you lowly beasts!
Here you go, Master!
Not good. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
How is this possible? How did these Foxy...
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borison. Just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC...
Wait, that...
Well, how did the Borison manage to infiltrate this?
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance. They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clue. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borison prisoners. They can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion.
Even worse. If you find one cop...
There are more Borison hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
круто, неплохо. Так, давайте, наверное, на этом закончим. Я уже, в принципе, неплохо записываю. Так что увидимся в следующей серии. Пока-пока. Так. Так. Я отлучусь ненадолго. Так, я вернулся. Давайте продолжать. Так, продолжаем проходить. Так.
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Xiao.
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Invibrator Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoqing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for... That's right. But don't worry, this isn't a trial. I just want... According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, and all Arbiter Over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc on countless worlds, and the Alliance has been keeping an eye on. The damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, while I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report. I'd like to take this chance to have... Let me be clear. The questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts. So please don't take offense if any of my...
Please, go ahead, General. But keep in mind, we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you already have the answers to...
You have a clever tongue. I like it.
The Merlin's claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jingyuan wants us...
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter. However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation. So, why did you...
You know what? Maybe I do have a connection with Stellaron.
Oh, now that's interesting. Looks like you're quite close to the Stellaron hunters. However, I must warn you that they are wanted felons. Let's move on to the next question. The reports suggest that But here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even...
I personally met Don Shu once. Her closest friend was killed.
Revenge is also a form of the hunt.
Well, you should ask Don Shu herself for the answer.
Unfortunately, Don Shu is dead, and even her corpse has crumbled. According to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the... She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and traveled with you. Only...
Вот за что вот.
Fantilia is one of the Heliobi, the energy life forms that once fought against the Xianzhou. They're known for their...
Just as he said, when the Ambrosial Arbor resurrected, its roots broke through...
If Elder Huai Yen accepts the explanation... Oh. It seems that your answers have addressed... Generals, I am finished with my...
So, what do you think, General Fei Shao?
The two nameless have been honest in their answers, even though there are some tricky... However, the three questions I posed earlier were not just for the nameless. First, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Law Fu. Yet the second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis, even granting... Third, you insist on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, putting the Law Fu back in the spot.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking? Or the Ten Lords?
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not...
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, I didn't believe all of it. But in the end, the Law Fu did survive the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. And as for the war dance, do you think I'm unaware of the risks? However, risks can also be opportunities. The Law Fu...
Just as I expected from our But, unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with rumors and speculation.
So what are your thoughts on all of this?
As a fellow Arbiter General, personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, the divine, just as what happened on the Xianzhou.
You mean the
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that.
An entity?
According to the report, this entity isn't actually a Borisin. It's a woman claiming to be the messenger of the Master of Immortality. That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Patina Justice or the Seers, I've always had faith in my instincts. So, I don't doubt your good intentions.
What's in this plan?
General Jing Yuan, you already know what has to be done. But since you don't want to be the bad guy, I'll take care of it for you. And for that, I'll have to ask the two Nameless to visit the ship. No, I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a judge in the 10 Lords Commission's Interrogation Division to record a deep—
I'm okay with that.
Your willingness to help is truly heartwarming, youngster.
Then, as the Merlin's Claw
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing the voices of opposition within the Alliance.
So, you are here for—
Exactly. Hule is locked up in the Lawfu's shackling prison. Since he is the Broodlord of the Borisin, I want to transfer him—
It makes sense to have the Foxians keep an eye on their arch-nemesis.
I was worried this would—
And as for Hule, I'll send my lieutenants Zhao Cho and Moza to check on his condition in prison and ready him for transport.
I'm really sorry about all this. But the testimony in the shackling prison won't take— I'll call for a messenger to take you to the interrogation.
As you wish, General.
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival, and I am here to receive you. The judges at the Interrogation Division also know your purpose in coming.
The shackling prison.
Danhong.
Don't worry about me.
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you. This is one of many entrances used for temporary access. Since you're not actual prisoners, it makes sense for you to use—
И гости. Подождите, ой, блядь, эти этажи. Ладно.
What are you looking at?
The shackling prison on the Lawfu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater, breaking free would still be a piece of cake for me.
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxians on the ship, and to the General herself.
Guests, my name is Shui Yi, and I'm here on orders from the Incarceration Division of the 10 Lords Commission.
We're Zhao Cho and Moza. General Fei Xiao sent us to extradite the Borisin criminal. We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip. Prisoner Hule, the warhead and brood lord of the Borisin Abominations of Abundance and the arch-nemesis of the Foxians, is responsible for 2,001. Due to his heinous acts, he has been imprisoned in the depths of the shack.
No need to repeat his crimes and sentence, Your Honor. He is the greatest enemy of us Foxians.
When it comes to visiting criminals, there are rules in place to ensure your safety. I know you've heard legends about Hule since you were children, but your knowledge about him is like it has been centuries since Jing Liu, the former sword champion of the Luofu, captured Hule. The Forest of Swords, forged by the Punishment Division, is the complex rules are there because of his abnormal character.
I apologize for any offense caused.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hule's visitation. And please, take this pellet before proceeding.
No, I'm not taking random medicine.
Then you won't be allowed to visit Hule.
Just swallow it already. Hule is like all Borisin. He can release a pheromone called loop. Thousands of years ago, we Foxians were enslaved by the Borisin. Not because we were naturally weaker, but because of their...
I understand.
I knew you were a reasonable person. Now that we've taken the medicine... Your Honor.
What is it?
No. Never mind.
Here we are. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment.
Welcome, dear guests from the Express. Judge Hanya of the You don't want to see me? Well, in that case, I can call in the judge who... Just kidding. We judges work in shifts, and please allow me to express my gratitude to you again for subduing the demon.
Looks like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made many friends.
Even though you and I have met before, we can't show any favoritism under the 10 Lords. So, please do as I command as we... This is not a place for ordinary mortals. You and Miss...
Please lead the way, Your Honor.
Please let me activate the mechanism before we all move forward.
Freezing.
This place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar delve. Even the toughest long life. Did you hear something just now? Let me check it out. Ugh, what an eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
These crates.
A few days ago, the Spiritfarers received reports about an IPC transport ship that was attacked by Boar. I had a feeling there would be trouble during the war dance. But throwing both the pirate... I heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something dangerous. We have many records. I caught a glimpse of the mechs in those crates, and they bear a striking resemblance to... Well, business first. Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Watch out!
Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action!
Ну, электричество.
Why are these things moving on their own? Something's wrong. Guards aren't responding.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
But how is this even possible? The Spiritfarers follow the protocols, cutting off power to the mechs and sea.
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before. These good... The Alchemy Commission members examined them and found some unusual structure. These things showing up in the shackling prison can only mean one.
A prison break.
And whoever delivered these goods clearly wanted them to go through the Xianzhou's strict inspection process to show the sky for...
These things already started taking action while nobody was paying attention. And to make things worse, another group of visitors just entered the depths of and the prisoner they came to visit might be the...
Here we are.
Have we arrived already, Your Honor? Shouldn't there be a cage here?
The most. I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lanterns. Please take a look.
Не сюда, туда, потом туда вроде бы. Вроде сюда сначала. Потом сюда. Вот это ключик.
The path is open. Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless. Inside the delve, behind this door, is the greatest enemy of the Foxians, Hule. According to custom, envoys from the Yao Qing visit the Xianzhou Lafu once every century to check. Even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hulei to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life, I understand. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed.
If we can use his toxin to create medicine and save an innocent life, could you be the key to a cure for the General, Hulei?
And once again, the envoys of the Yao Qing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same for me.
Who's there?
I'm just a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack.
Wardens, intruders on the lowest level. Send reinforcements.
Nobody will hear you here. At the bottom of the Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench.
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer. Detestable things. There are too many of them.
Once we were inside the Shadow prison, we found soldiers available for us everywhere.
Think thrive more season.
So familiar.
This battle is unavoidable. Network festival. Time for a good old counterattack. Lend me your strength.
Free will, or what? Still waters of oblivion.
Commencing support.
It's better to make no move.
I suggest you surrender. Of course. I'll still kill you. But I promise that I'll
It too shall fall.
How presumptuous. Die now!
Leave if you can, Morsa.
It's not time yet.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before
Lend me your strength.
Destined for oblivion.
Ready for another?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Guard the gate! They can't be allowed in!
been a long time, boy. Welcome back.
How many times has the old verdant home spun around since our last hunt? Duran's...
Oh, great Hulei, nemesis of the Foxians, and the hunter of all beings. It's been
At least 7 centuries since you led our pack through the hunting grounds of the stars.
7 centuries. 7 centuries have passed. But why have...
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Senjaya's will. That's why I had to take a magic pill, don the skin of a lowly beast, and play along.
Since you have an escape plan...
My brothers and I will lock down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, will secure the vessels for our escape. Originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but they're planning to transfer you to the Xianzhou Yaoqing now.
What a reckless plan, you idiot! Even if we manage to get the ships, our chances of escaping...
We have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only you. Every one of my crew is ready to lay down their lives.
A sneaky weakling like you is actually showing some...
Well then, my lord. We should leave now.
Before we go...
My lord, will you seriously want to don the skin of a lowly beast?
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom.
As you wish, my lord.
Is that Fox?
No, he's an envoy from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. I plead you to endure him a bit, my lord, as he's more valuable.
Madam Hanya, the wardens in all areas are regrouping. Those Ingenium enemies are wandering around and to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out!
Let's preserve our strength and first take down the isolated prisoners. By decree—
Just a short time ago, the nether key mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Shui and the Yaoqing messengers, heading to the bottom of the prison.
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
We've gathered all the prison guards who can still fight.
Go!
Those intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Indeed, but Borisin tend to favor direct and aggressive approaches. Crafting careful and precise. Let's focus on the current situation right now. Please help me.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there quickly, we'll soon be outnumbered by all—
We'll have to bend the rules. Please.
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the—
By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Yes, ma'am!
Hold your position here.
Yes, ma'am.
We need a few tools if we want to reach the bottom quickly. Follow me to the next floor. The path is cut off. Someone must have altered the mechanism. No matter. It'll just require a bit more work to get through. Some Spiritfarers occasionally use ingenia from the Artisanship Commission to navigate the treacherous terrain here. Normally, using devices like the shifting screen is strictly forbidden, as they could help prisoners escape. But, given the urgency of the situation, let's just ignore the usual regulations. The nether key has been activated. I hope we're not too late. Hang in there, sister.
Looks like there was a fierce battle here not long ago.
The gate to the prison delve is wide open. Hule has... Where are the Yaoqing messengers? And where's my...
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find some.
Xue is here.
Miss Xue bravely sacrificed herself.
Condolences. Well, that's unnecessary. You must understand. Thanks to the Ten Lords' blessing, my sister turned into an ingenium centuries ago. Dying and returning, while I'm not keen on seeing her throw away her body like it's some replaceable part, but... By the way, have you seen bodies that might be the Yaoqing messengers? One of them is a Foxian wearing
No. I haven't found any fox.
So, the intruders and Hule are... This is the worst situation. With we must rescue the messengers, get out of here, and spread the news. We mustn't give up as long...
What have you found, Miss Hanya?
Oh no. Вот это красиво.
Reconstruct. It's my sister. Looks like her soul had such a critical moment. Her death can give us information that we can turn into. Let me see. The dam. If I can fix it up, my sister. Welcome back, sister. I don't know what kind of expression I should have at a time like this. Happy?
Just don't let me be damaged again. I'll lose my mammoth side crane. Can't hold all of me.
Sister, what did you see when you were...
One of the Yaoqing messengers escaped, and the other one was taken.
Besides the Borison, there were other
Invisible intruders? What does that even mean? Do me a favor, sister. The intruders have cut off all communication. Make sure you deliver the news to the outside.
I understand. Please be careful.
Time is running out, Miss Hanya. If we keep delaying, those Borison will escape from the prison.
All right. If we happen to come across that Yaoqing messenger who got away... No. Stopping Hule should probably be our top priority.
Проходов, конечно.
Wait! Something feels off.
The invisible intruders?
Watch your back!
These abominations aren't prisoners from this prison. Just for oblivion.
Commencing support.
Let me tend your wounds.
Familiar.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Another journey begins. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time to question your prescription!
Thanks for the support.
Still waters of oblivion.
The prison management on the Lawfu is truly concerning.
Who are you?
Aren't you looking for me?
Lend me your strength.
Free will, or was it fate? Destiny for oblivion.
Enemy targets detected. Ready for another? Lend me your strength.
Still waters of oblivion.
Lending support.
Need a doctor?
Lend me your strength.
Another journey begins.
Let me tend your wounds.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Lend me your strength. Ready for another? This battle.
Destiny for oblivion.
Just focus on the fight.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend! Crush them! Enemy data secure. Netmark accessible. Time for a good old counterattack!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Another journey to still waters of oblivion. Another blood debt repaid.
The prison management on the... So what if I repeat it? It's the truth after all. At least 2 different groups of intruders infiltrated here. The wolf cubs and their hiding technique. It's pretty similar to the... Well, never mind if you don't have any clues. Now is not the time. I'm Waza. My friend fell into the clutches of that wolf. I was planning to escape and report back as quickly as possible. The prison on the loft.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Moza. We'll do our best.
No. You can do nothing for him now.
Your friend is in Hulei's clutches, and you're just going to leave him behind.
Look, I'm the Yaoqing General's guard, not his. I've seen how that giant wolf fights, and there's no way. Trying... I don't know how you think, but I won't throw. Listen up. I've been tracking these fugitives, and I know their next move. They're planning to see the worst-case scenario. We are all killed by that giant. And the best case scenario. The best case scenario would be we seal the gates and trap the enemy and hopefully someone will eventually notice.
You sure have a way of comforting people, Mr.
As a person of the Yaoqing, I've always searched for something meaningful.
I have to make it out alive. Mike.
As a netherworld dweller,
None of you are part of the Ten Lords' commission, so sacrificing yourselves isn't the right. Once we reach the gate, I hope you'll help me seal now. Let's... We must seal the entrance before the Borisin fugitives get out. The prison wardens and mechanisms won't be able to hold them for long. Follow me. We're almost there. The gate is just ahead. I will hold them back. Don't let who... How familiar.
Time to change tactics. Lend me your strength.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Such familiar memories.
My lord, we're just one step away from freedom. As we pass through the...
So this hostage is useless now.
He's getting away. Do something, Jiao Cho. It's just like the old days, you useless loser. Just do something!
Maybe this Yao Qing messenger can strike a deal in exchange for his life. He can use his status to help us escape from the Xianzhou.
Oh, just look at you, falling so low during my absence.
I've got to make this beast stay here, whether it's for this deal. I certainly have more value. My identity, my knowledge of the Xianzhou, and my understanding of...
Lowly beast. Muster up that pitiful tongue of you.
I'm afraid you're unaware. The woman who defeated you, Jing Liu, she has recently returned. Your opportunity for revenge is right in front of you.
My lord, this slave is talking nonsense. I've never heard anything.
Silence, mock talk. And you, slave. From now on, you'll stay by my side. You'll... We must stay here for some time, mock talk. Fear not. Because once I step out now, Duran's whelps, follow me.
Stop them! Rock right for Gulai!
Report! After we lost contact with the Shackling prison, the prisoners have revolted, and the
What about the Yaoqing messengers?
No news at the moment. We're trying to restore contact with the Shackling.
I see. You're dismissed. General Jing Yuan, General Hua Yan. It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not the end of. The hand of the Ruined Legion has already sown the seeds of destruction. From this moment on, if this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge. As the Marshal's special envoy, I'll dispatch the Lawfu Cloud Knights to pursue...
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away.
Haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
То есть у нас остался вот этот, по факту, да? Вот интересно, он будет скучным или нет? Ну, раз время осталось, давайте его, что ли, повыполняем. Потому что больше-то и ничего нету. Так, давайте участвовать. Некоторые заняты другим... Как всегда. Ну-ка, и кто был... Кто был занят кем? Никто. Охуенно логиком. Ведь по факту никто занят не был, блять.
All right. Now that you're in position, Miss March.
I'm not good at acting all master-like. Since Grandpa asked me...
Oh, thank you so much, Masters! Oh, wait.
After all, we need to watch you practice for a few days before we can figure out how talented you are.
So, how'd I do, Master?
You're definitely talented, Miss March.
Hey, here you are. Did you hear that? Just wait until I go back. Everyone...
Swordplay requires rigorous training. Before we start, Miss March, you need to find a clear...
In other words, even though you didn't exactly...
I once had the honor of learning swordplay from Miss March. Why?
Why do I wield my sword?
I also questioned that sword master about why she uses her sword, and she said, to vanquish my enemies, nothing more. Miss March, you can...
The best way to take down your enemy is with a blaster gun. I heard a hero say something like that in an immersia.
Seems like you've seen your fair share of immersia, Miss March. But if you want my opinion, if your goal is self-improvement, you'll feel just as accomplished even if you...
Oh, come on. Don't listen to his empty talk.
Oh, now I'm curious to hear what...
Let me ask you something, March. Do you have any specific goals for learning swordplay? Like achieving a certain ranking in the war dance, or maybe you want to defeat someone?
Who do I want to defeat? Him?
If you can't think of anyone specific, why not set a simpler goal? Like, how many opponents do you want to
I'll fight 10! Oops, that just slipped out. It's actually another line from... I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think I figured out what's motivated March to learn sword.
Could it possibly be immersion?
Hey, now that you met, I'm super interested in Cianjo, Immersia, and novels.
See?
It doesn't matter. Everyone has their own preferences.
Becoming a sword master who fights for justice and battles evil.
Now that you've both given your approval...
Tea ceremony? Tap the table?
Please? That's how those heroes in the Immersia show...
Play along? Let's just stop wasting time. Just treat us to some milk.
Yeah! All right, let's go.
Хотя, скорее всего, я бы его, наверное, не проходил. Мне кажется, он будет скучным. Давайте, скорее всего, таки я, наверное, его проходить не буду. Он, скорее всего, что, разные концовки. Даже не знаю. Ну здесь есть миссия. Давайте так, наверное, все-таки я вот сюжет вот прошел. Скорее всего, сюжет я как раз заканчивать и буду. Я это запишу, скорее всего, стримить не буду. Если он будет прикольный, то я, в принципе, и запишу как отдельно, если он будет интересным. Если нет, то я его записывать не... Ну, запишу, если он не будет интересен, то я его просто удалю. Да и тем более он будет бесконечным. Ну, то есть он сюда пойдет. Так что как бы да. Так что да. Так что давайте, наверное, заканчивать. Только давайте сначала зайдем вот сюда вот. Я бы, конечно, пошел к этой, но что бы и здесь не подкрывать. Так, это здесь. Где это находится? Секундочку. Это, наверное, наверх. Так, а где вниз? Да, это... Так, съебываем. Поэтому давайте покучим хо-хо, либо нет. Я ее все-таки хочу. Так, тебя я не хочу. Сколько, блять? Наверное, не хватит. Давайте попробуем, может повезет мне, если нет, то буду копить все равно еще 14 дней. Так что да, давайте. еще выпало? Понял. Так, это еще, ну-ка, мне хватит вообще? Так, это сколько? А, ну ровно хватает еще. Давайте еще крупнем. Верну в коллекцию флора. Ну, оружие не получится ей выбить. Ну, потом выбью когда-нибудь, когда она снова будет. Да. Теперь у меня есть хохо. Так, тут у нас еще это. Пятое.
The heavens are vast. The kite flies where it wishes.
Ну теперь у меня это есть. Я не помню, что я нормально. Вот это, по-моему, тоже и пойдет. Вот это, скорее всего, и пойдет. Так что да, так что скорее всего увидимся в Honkai, ну, когда-нибудь, скорее всего, потому что сейчас хули. Ну, как я сказал, если будет интересно эта фигня ивентовская, то не надо. А, то есть я не могу ее застопорить, окей. Ну, если тут ивент будет интересен, то я его запишу, в принципе. Если нет, то похуй. А так, увидимся в Геншине, скорее всего. И потом, скорее всего, в Роблоксе, потому что в Роблоксе, в этом джиме, который я записывал, вышла новая, можно сказать, обнова. Так что увидимся в Геншине и потом в Роблоксе, скорее всего. Так что да, всем пока-пока. Так, ну что ж, в принципе... Буду тоже, наверное, заканчивать, хули. Ивент я проходить на стрим, то это не буду. Хотя... Не, не буду. Мне хватает этого. Закончил сюжет, в принципе, похуй. Да, все-таки ты офигенный персонаж выглядишь. Мне тебе еще прокачивать надо, да? Essential distance. А, это этот, где этого я пишу. Ладно, в принципе, давайте тоже заканчиваем, хули. Увидимся в Геншине. А потом в Роблоксе по возможности, если получится. Так что, ну, как я сказал, в принципе, если этот ивент будет интересен, то я его запишу. Если нет, то, в принципе, я его удалю. Видео. Не видео, а запись именно. Так что да, всем пока-пока тоже, хули. До новых встреч.